You can find the National Guard in the heart of almost every one of our communities. You can find the National Guard in the heart of the human experience. It's a story of selflessness, a story of readiness, and a story of our commitment to our fellow Americans. You can find the National Guard in the hearts of countless people around the world, the state partners we train alongside, the children who high-fived you during a deployment, and the families who support us, who hold each and every one of you as their hero. It's a reminder of who we are, what we stand for, and all we can accomplish together. We still meet every mission, we still meet every deployment, and we still uphold our promise to America to be always ready, always there. Yes, the National Guard really is at the heart of it all, and at the heart of the National Guard is you.
Today we honor the soldiers of the 160th Engineer Company as they return home from their deployment in the Middle East.
The deployment of the 160th was the largest deployment of Delaware National Guard soldiers since the return of the 198th Signal Battalion.
The engineer saying is essayons. Let us try. I've never seen an engineer who just tried. You do not try, you do. You execute, you deliver.
An incredible homecoming from members of New York's Air National Guard. They just completed a months-long mission to Antarctica, concluding the annual Operation Deep Freeze last week. More than 350 service members participating this season, flying more than 100 missions. They transported scientists and supplies between the U.S., Antarctica, and New Zealand.
Latest now on Hurricane Milton. The storm is currently moving through Florida as a Category 1 hurricane.
More help from our area is heading down to help in the storm's relief efforts. The Delaware National Guard will leave for Florida later this morning.
This is a great morning for the Delaware National Guard and the state of Delaware as our soldiers are preparing to respond to Florida.
It feels great. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I felt like an honor doing this with the deployments with this mission, and we are not only serving Florida, but we are also serving our citizens of Delaware.
New information on the shocking overdose spike in Sussex County.
State police say there are now 73 suspected cases of this stronger overdose variant.
DB is pleased and happy to partner with our colleagues at the Delaware Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Delaware State Police, responding to this public health incident.
Welcome to the deployment ceremony for the 261st Theater Tactical Signal Brigade forward, as they mobilize in support of Operation Spartan Shield.
This mission that our soldiers will be conducting is incredibly important, and due to the small size of the unit, each soldier handpicked to perform this mission becomes even more critical.
They said it was a chance to learn, it was a chance to grow, and it's a chance to be a better NCO, and I take that very seriously. If I can come here and learn something that betters myself, I can better my soldiers, so it's an absolute honor.
126 Aviation,
above the best.
Well, in this training, we want to practice the way we're going to do the mission. We want to make it as real as possible. We want to increase the stress level and see how you can operate under those circumstances.
Letting them see everything that could go wrong while in a stable environment versus having to deal with those things for the first time in a deployed environment.
This mission has allowed me to get training here in the local community that otherwise would have been done on simulations. So the feeling of being able to provide back to the Blackfeet Nation is indescribable. It's hard to put into words.
It takes a very extended amount of work, all the units and groups working together to be able to plan and execute something like a 5-shit. So to be able to get that all successfully, it's pretty significant.
It's a ton of teamwork between maintenance, ops, LRS, and then aerial port. Making that happen for 2 aircraft airborne at one time is a difficult feat. Making it happen for 5 is huge for us.
These are the well-deserved medals that were posthumously awarded to a hero lost decades ago. It's taken nearly 10 years, but today a local family received the high honor.
Benny Rafalowicz served in the Korean War with the 65th Infantry Regiment. Now, more than 60 years after that war ended, that regiment was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. But it took a while for that medal to reach his family. Today in Milford, Rafalowicz's sister Jenny received her brother's Congressional Gold Medal. Because Rafalowicz had passed away many years ago, the Milford VFW says it took almost 10 years for the government to find his family. Well, they did, and today Jenny Rafalowicz gladly received the medal on her brother's behalf.
Well, he's been thrilled to death. I mean, I wish he had, we both are old, but I wish he could have lived to accept it himself. You know, like, they're beautiful. They're beautiful for you.
We came down here to conduct annual training in conjunction with strengthening our partnership with Trinidad and Tobago with the state partnership program. The best part of the mission here was really just getting the opportunity to interact not only with the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, but also all the local civilians that we had the opportunity to meet. We were based out of the University of Trinidad Aviation School, and every day when we returned from our mission, we were greeted with probably 50 students who wanted to take a look at our aircraft, learn from us, ask questions. So that was a great experience. We built some friendships there.
Man, there were a lot of good parts. I think the most memorable thing was to watch the students, to watch the locals, watch our Blackhawks, and be so inspired and be, in awe. And, that's something we kind of take advantage of because it really put things in perspective for me and helped to remind me that our job is pretty awesome.
It's important for everyone that puts this uniform on to know that everyone who wears it is willing and committed to being a soldier, first and last.
My priority will be keeping the enlisted force in a constant state of readiness by preparing them not to meet change as it comes, but to stay ahead of it.
I think it really captures today's National Guard. Guardsmen in every zip code, proven in combat, protecting our homeland and keeping our promise to America. That is absolutely who we are and what we do. That's what being a Guardsman is all about.